Ladies and gentlemen, Pittsburgh guy here. This next reaction is Foster Brooks roasting Telly Savalas. Telly Savalas is one of my all-time favorite actors. I actually have a picture of him in my 80s room, which I call it 70s, 80s room. It's a collection of sorts. Here's the picture. And it says, I think it says, "Who loves you, baby?" And he has the lollipop in his mouth. I think his mouth is right here. But let's watch this video.
Our guest of honor credits many people with helping him become a star, but none more than the man you're about to meet. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Telly Savalas' personal barber, Mr. Foster Brooks.
Hi, Shaggy. I happen to be the personal barber for Telly Saliva. Day or night, I am always on call, in much the same fashion as many of the damsels of this fair city. And always in my hand, this trusty razor, the finely honed instrument which has made Telly stand out in the crowd. Unless he's among Yul Brenner, Mr. Clean, or Norman Vincent after I peeled him.
All bald men. Now Delaware's bald.
Yet great as my contributions have been, I cannot claim sole credit for Curly's success. Much of the credit must go to this
Three
Gusty
Stooges
himself. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, in a world full of armpits, he dared to be an elbow.
Okay, so I love Telly Savalas. I love the Dean Martin roast. You can find these, these are my parents. They had these, I think, I was born in the 70s myself. I'm in my late 40s. But these I've watched when I was a kid, and I didn't get them. I didn't understand the jokes. But as I get older, I can understand the jokes. And it's funny to me. Before I was like, why is that funny? Why is this funny? But when you're like, what, I think it was 12 when I watched these. But I love Dean Martin roast. If you don't have the VHS or the DVDs, you can find it on Tubi. It's free. You have to watch the commercials, but it is what it is unless you subscribe. But they have the entire collection. Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Joey Bishop, Mr. T. But I love these roasts. And, the new roasts today are good. The William Shatners, the Alec Baldwin, the David Hasselhoffs. But they swear a lot, and they really get down and dirty and deep into their personal lives. These guys here didn't do that. I'm not trying to say one's better than the other, but I prefer these because they would hug and embrace each other after the show. From everything I read, of course, and what I've seen. But Foster Brooks, if you saw in the video, he went to the stage and he played the part of the drunk man. But as he was leaving, you could see that he went back to his normal state because he didn't drink. I think what I read about him, and I believe this is true, that he did used to drink, but he stopped, but he still played the drunk comedic, the role that he did. And he's just so good at it. But you can see as he morphs, when he walks off stage or walks in stage, he morphs into that character, plays the character, and then he just, pushes it aside. He's that good. He's very funny. And Telly Savalas, like I said, I love the guy. One of my favorite actors. I love, his whole his set of his movies, his television appearances. He just exudes like coolness. But the roast was great, and I really enjoy Foster Brooks. I enjoy Dean Martin. I enjoy the whole thing. It just reminds me, my parents are still here. They're still alive. But it just reminds me of like my aunts and my uncles growing up as a kid. It takes me back in time, and it's just a feel good moment. But Foster Brooks, if you can catch anything with him, look it up on YouTube. He does skits with Dean Martin on the Dean Martin Show. He does, I believe, 7 or 8 more roasts of different people. I think the funniest roast he ever did was when he roasted Sammy Davis Jr. But he's just so good. But you smile from head to toe all the way down. But he's awesome, and I love Foster Brooks. So until next time, we'll do another Dean Martin roast, and Pittsburgh guy out.